Hello Newcastle fans, TV welcome. Just outside the Gallagher's, just behind us. I had to pop to St James's Park because I've lost my season ticket, so I've just got to pop in downstairs. So I thought, hey ho, I'm here, I might as well make a couple of videos, well, a quick video, sorry, about the last 2 days going on at the club as well. So let's begin yesterday on Monday, where the club were bidden to host the Champions Rugby Euro 2018 finals, if I've said that right, Champions Cup. I'm not the greatest fan of rugby, so I do apologise. Lee Charney has indicated that the 52,000 capacity behind us will sell out, and obviously he's had previous great experience of the World Cup being held here as well, and obviously as Magic Weekend has been successful as well over the 2-day period as well. And obviously we had the continued report with Ian Cathro. It's still going on even today. So the report with Ian Cathro, which is apparently nearing to being appointed the Hearts boss, and the rumours going around that Newcastle and Hearts have been talking to each other about the release of Cathro from his contract or a compensation fee. So after filming earlier on in St James's Park, news broke shortly after, a couple of hours after that Ian Cathro had actually been appointed Hearts manager, which I am quite disappointed that he's actually gone and left. I would have liked to stay at the club under Rafa's guidance for the next 2-3 years. You know, I'm a little bit disappointed. Good luck to him because he's a young coach. He's in his early 30s. Bright things ahead of him expected. It's a bit harsh calling him a laptop manager, but we'll see how that goes with Cathro. Rafa will probably bring somebody in, another man of his own, because Cathro wasn't brought in under Rafa, but Rafa liked him. A little bit disappointed. Let's get back to St James's Park for some more news. Of course, let me know what you think of the Cathro situation. Any comments down there below. Let's get back to St James's and carry on the video. Today, well, it's been yesterday and today that Newcastle have been linked with Porto's 26-year-old midfielder who's a Mexican international, which is Hector Herrera, who plays for Porto. Now, he used to be captain the side. He's lost the captaincy armband and he's fell out of favour out the side. Now, Newcastle are craving another centre midfielder because we've only really got Shelvey with a bit of spark, and we haven't had a box-to-box midfielder since Wijnaldum left us, which is ideal. It would be a great signing, but the fee of 35 million euros to be released from his contract is massive. Yes, I think he'll be a good player, but not for 35 million euros. That's just bonkers money. Newcastle could probably get a homegrown English player, someone like Will Hughes in centre midfield for this season at least, to get in the Premier League, rather than looking at Hector Herrera. I think that's a no-go. Personally, if he was to sign though, it'd be a good signing, but the money that we're talking is just astronomical. It's absolutely bonkers. Good to see Karl Darlow named in the AFL Team of the Week. Well, he had to be, didn't he? I mean, the lad put in a great performance, 2 penalty saves against Forest. He might have been at fault for one of the goals, but absolutely outstanding 2 penalty saves on his return to City Ground. The question is, he's cemented himself as, like now, as the #1 goalkeeper. Rob Elliott's back now. We've got Sells. So at the moment, you've got to say it's got to be Darlow, unless Darlow has a run of spell where he's poor. You wouldn't change a goalkeeper. And maybe in January's approaching, you might think Sells might go out loan, Elliott might go out loan, because there's no way that we're going to let Darlow. Darlow's been absolutely in great form this season. Yes, you could argue he hasn't had much to do in certain games, but you know, I think he's proved himself this season that you can step up to the plate, although it is in the Championship. You have to say in the Premier League is another question to be asked about Darlow maybe, but obviously we're not in the Premier League at the moment as well. So last night on the BBC, Newcastle were drawn in the FA Cup third round away at Birmingham, who ironically we've got this Saturday, which is a nice dress rehearsal, as I would call it, because I like to change the words up. But Birmingham away, it could have been a lot worse. You know, you could have got a lot worse than what we've got at Birmingham. I mean, yes, they're doing well, they're in the playoffs, but you could have drawn a Premier League side away from home. So I'm fairly happy with the draw. Let me know what you think of the FA Cup draw. And to be honest, Newcastle have had a shocking record the last few years. I think I read somewhere where we haven't got past the third round since 2012, which is absolutely dreadful. So another cup run. Are you all for it? Are you against the FA Cup? See, I'm a fan that likes to have the FA Cup like a run. Even the League Cup was a welcome distraction, although this week it's been pretty poor as the lights come on at St James's as it starts to get dark. Good timing club. Just moving on to the FA on the website that I had last night as well, that they've got Shelvey listed down as a 3-game ban for his red card against Forest on Friday night, and also Dummett against a 1-game ban. Now, you've got to remember, Newcastle haven't put an appeal in yet, but you would think that the club would put an appeal, especially for the Paul Dummett one, because the laws of the game state that it was not a red card. So yeah, I would expect Newcastle in the next day or two to put an appeal in for Dummett. I think the Shelvey one, although it was soft, the intent was there, and I think that's what's going to get Shelvey. Hello again. News broke shortly after that video. Again, this is where editing comes into its perfect opportunity, that Shelvey's and Dummett's red cards had been overturned, which everybody, Toon fans, have got to be absolutely over the moon with that. Especially the Shelvey one. I'm a little bit surprised, but on the positive, I'm really happy. I didn't think that would get overturned, because Shelvey's intent, even though it was minimal, was there. The Dummett one, I was 100% confident that those will be overturned. So right that the appeals have been overturned, especially the Dummett one. I am a little bit surprised that the Shelvey one has, but hey ho, we've got them available. We got robbed in that game by the referee. Let's get back to St James's Park and carry on the video. Right, today Newcastle were linked this morning to Rangers midfielder Josh Winders, who had a great spell at Accrington Stanley in the League 2 a couple of years ago. He's 22-year-old, he's another centre midfielder. You can see where all these centre midfielders in Newcastle are being linked to at the moment. He's been hampered with injuries all season with Rangers. Yes, he's young, he's talented, injury prone perhaps this season, but is he the answer? Is he going to step up from League 2 to the Scottish Premier to the Championship? Personally, again, for me, that's a no. I don't want to see this happen. I might be giving the kid a bit of discredit, but we need to come up in the league. We need someone who's got the Championship experience for me. So, as I've already mentioned in the video, go out and get someone like the calibre of Will Hughes. It doesn't have to be Will Hughes himself, but someone who knows the league, who's relatively young, and who can also progress and develop as well for me. So, that was done by the Scottish Sun, by the way. So, you can read into the Sun all you like. Interesting one. Steve Martin, the referee who gave them dreadful penalties, as we've already touched upon with the Shelvey and the Paul Dummett, the penalties, has been dropped from this weekend's fixture. He does not have a fixture at all this weekend, so the FA have literally dropped him from all games. He's not appearing in any games, which is rightly so, because he has been absolutely, that was possibly one of the worst refereeing decisions that I have seen in many a year at Newcastle. It was just, we've already talked about it, and what's going to happen with Lansbury, because he's obviously play acting probably nothing. The FA will probably not do nothing with Lansbury, but Steve Martin hasn't got a good game. That tells you all. Absolutely, a load of people come out and slated him. So the less said, the better, because I'm quite strong-worded on it, and it's just awful refereeing. I mean, how can he referee Newcastle ever again? It's going to be interesting, the return fixture with Forest, with Lansbury coming back, isn't it? And finally, end it up on a high. Well done, Alan Shearer. Big massive thank you. Well done, Alan. He received his CBE from the Palace today. He's already got the OBE, which is a marvellous achievement in itself. So he's got the CBE for his recognition for work with charity. And this goes kind of unnoticed with Shearer, because people just think Shearer sits on a Match of the Day programme and gives his views, but you remember he's got his own foundation. I think he's a representative for, I think it's the NSPCC or some other charity along those lines off the top of my head. I know he's an ambassador for another charity, so hats off to Alan Shearer. I would do, but it's cold. But marvellous piece of news, one of our own. Alan, you're doing, we're proud. All Geordie's proud, we'll love you. So that's been the video. A couple of news the last day and a half as well. So I didn't do a video yesterday because I was a bit under the weather. So thank you very much for watching, and we'll get a video out tomorrow for you. See you later.